And I want to talk about politics, right? And I want to say about 3 or 4 years ago, I was very political, right? But within my politics, I didn't know when to be quiet, when not to be quiet. Now follow me. You're not supposed to talk about politics with everybody. Now, a lot of people don't know this. A lot of people don't know that there are some people or some individuals, some groups of people you shouldn't talk about politics with. I'm not telling you to hold your tongue. I'm not telling you to not speak your truth. But what I'm telling you is everybody's not your friend. For example, this video is going to be titled, Don't Talk Politics with Everybody, or Don't Talk About Politics at Work. For example, in the work field, right? You might have somebody who's a Democrat. You might have somebody who's a Republican. When you come to work, you're not at work to be a politician. You're not at work to be a congressman. You're not at work to be a city councilman. You're at work to do your job. So if you're at work, say for example, you're a carpenter, don't talk about political things while you're doing your carpentry work. If you're a plumber, go to work to be a plumber. Don't go to work trying to have a debate with these people you don't know. Now, if you know these individuals, talk about it outside of work. Why shouldn't you talk about certain things with certain people? Because you do not know these people nowadays. I'm not saying, once again, hold your tongue or don't express yourself. But read the room. My key three things, my three main rules is don't talk about politics, money, and religion with people you don't know. If you don't know these people personally, I don't care if you've been working with him for 40 years. If you don't know this guy personally, do not talk about religion, do not talk about politics, and do not talk about money. Now, if you're in a different setting and you're at like a political event, you're at a church, sure, you can talk about those things because you're in that setting. There's a time and a place for everything. You don't go around the mouth telling people who you voted for, telling people what you believe in, because that's none of their business. And a lot of grown folks don't even know this simple, common etiquette. You don't talk about politics with people you don't know. But why though? Why should I talk about politics with people I don't know? Because you don't want strife in certain areas of life. For example, I work at a job, right? I'm not going to tell people my moral compass, my religion, what I believe in, if I'm a Democrat or Republican or independent, because it's none of their business. Why? Well, my phone charger. Why? Because I'm not there for that. I'm not there to talk about the election. Even if he's a genuine guy, hey man, who'd you vote for? Man, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. I don't vote. Hey man, what do you think? What do you think about politics? Man, my superiors, my handlers, my mentors told me don't talk about those things at work. Come up with anything. But what I'm trying to say is, don't tell everybody your damn business. And I'm not saying don't have friends. I'm not saying don't have acquaintances at work or don't have people you talk about politics with, but just watch who you talk about politics with. Watch who you talk about religion with. You know, a lot of people, they're very, enthusiastic about their beliefs. Their beliefs is their identity. But don't make something to your identity to a point that you can't even coexist with somebody who don't believe in the same thing you believe in. You know, when I was younger, I was very naive. I was very, very naive. Still learning every day. I used to think I could just spread my belief everywhere and think I'm going to just have a peaceful, loving life. I'm not saying hold your belief to yourself. I'm not saying suppress your beliefs. Just read the damn room. If you're in a room with people who don't believe the same thing you believe in, it's probably best for you to shut the hell up. I'm not being an asshole. Excuse my language. I'm not being mean. I'm just being straight, honest with you. I'm being straightforward. Read the room. Know who you're around. Don't talk about who you vote for if you don't know these people. Because you don't know these people. These people ain't your friends. The people you work with is not your friends. I'm being real and honest and straightforward with you. Because I have to. Don't talk about politics with everybody. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Isaiah.